Good morning, good afternoon. Anytime you get to hear this or see this and feel this. Sitting back, burden in my education and trying to really bring a certain type of understanding of who can you work with or who can I work with, speak on my behalf. For the younger ones, who can you work with? Something that I had to really learn the hard way. And when the older people used to tell me that I could work with anybody, I never really sat back and understood that, because I used to always have a certain type of mentality that certain stuff could end up in fights and certain stuff could end up in debates. And this, at the end of the day, my feelings getting in the way. But now that I get older and I try to educate myself and I really try to perfect that, because I learned that at the end of the day, yes, I used to say in my head I could work with anybody, but it was deeper than that. Because you end up working with somebody, you end up doing something over and over, you grow bitter because you're just getting through it, but you're not really succeeding as you're getting through it. Slow it down for a minute. Understand, you could actually put up with something your whole life, but at the end of the day, it's killing you every day. So now what I'm trying to perfect and really try to bring a certain type of understanding of that, the better somebody can actually, if the same way somebody helped me, I can help you, and you could grow, and perfect what I'm about to tell you. Because that's what life is, really. So now, what I learned how to perfect, actually working with somebody and actually trying to grow off that and really try to pivot off that without growing bitter or without actually hindering myself, I actually learned what I'm dealing with. Yes, this saying you can work with anybody is deeper than that, because you're going to be questioning yourself, why? And when you ask that question, why, how you can actually sit down and really still regurgitate something positive by saying they working. It ain't about it they being your best friend, it ain't about y'all liking each other, it ain't about y'all talking about pictures and movies and what type of money. What gets you through and what can actually make you a better person, understanding what you're dealing with. So yes, you can work with anybody, but the main thing is, don't matter what nobody say, because even the owner of the company will agree with you, long as they working at a certain standard. So that right there is something that a lot of people understand and a lot of people deal with, and a lot of people just gotta tolerate. Because at the end of the day, for my years of being in this construction field, a lot of people just don't know what that means. And I really had to educate myself. And I really had to sit back and perfect myself. And I really had to take on certain burdens, because sometimes no help is better than any help. Because believe it or not, don't have the mentality that you gotta work with everybody. Now, be a man, understand, put your boss to the side, your supervisor, anybody that can actually stop you from actually getting your money, you talk to them like a man. Look them in their eyes, hold firm, but actually make sure you back it up with your work. And let them know it do not make sense if you have to repeat anything behind a person that you have to deal with. So that right there is something that I learned how to perfect, because that is not helping me, and that would not help you, young man. That would not help you. Trust me. For people who doing construction or anything that you do in life, if you have to go back over somebody else, it might as well do not work with them. And the owner of the company would have totally agree with you, because you can help them and you can help everybody, because you can save your owner money. And trust me when I say this, that's the only thing that's matter. No color, no height, no size, no smell, no space, no earth. Money always gonna come a big play. When you can bring more and when you can save more. So if you actually bring it to a person's attention and look and say, listen, I don't care if they don't like me personally. I don't care if they don't really talk to me about their wife and their kid and their dog and their hat and their rat. Understand this. Respect me enough to get your job done. Respect me enough that we don't have to repeat this job. Respect me enough to show up on time. Respect me enough to make sure that we execute and we don't have to walk 10 steps backwards. And that's why I say you can work with anybody long as they work. That do not count if a person's not working. So that's why I say sometimes we don't actually understand or educate ourselves well enough. So don't let people run game on you. Don't let nobody put a blanket over your eyes and sit back and say you're supposed to work with everybody. No, if they're not working, how do we so-called working together? And bring that to attention. You don't got to sit back and go run, tell the boss, oh, look at it. No, at the end of the day, how to play the game, whatever get done, do yours, execute it, perfect it, and make sure you catch on something. When they ask about the other person, go see for yourself, bro. Sometimes you got to bring the smoking gun in the body next to the police to understand, let them know it's a crime that I actually have to work for another person who don't have a respect enough to respect me, and let's get this job done. Don't get your feelings caught up in the way, because where we come from, you know what that could do to you. And it's the same way on the construction field. It's the same way in life. It's never a good thing when you get your feelings caught up in things. So understand me. Learning how to work with everybody, long as you master that, knowing that you working and knowing that they executing, you don't gotta really like them as a friend. Why? How? Do y'all got time to even talk about them things to make y'all friends? And if that's the case, the work better be getting done. You understand that? If y'all got time to be friends, that work better be getting done.